Hello everyone, it's Saturday, almost the end of Saturday. Oh, I was wanting to do a green screen. No, I don't want to do that. Oh well, here I am. Oh, I heard some loud voices outside my front door, outside the elevator doors, and as I got a scare and I'm back up, and I should go check on my mom, make sure my mom is alright and swallowed her meds, prescribed prescription, and I want a tea. Zen. I'll be right back. Uh, I'm back. Oh, I hope some of my audience show up. I'm back on my old channel. I haven't been on this one. The other live, there's not very many people that showed up. You don't have to be afraid to show up. I'm not going to say or do anything bad or wrong. Ginger. I'm waiting for my kettle boils hot. I heard them again out there. It's frightening. I'm not being a racist, bigot, discriminatory, prejudging, prejudicing. All securities cameras on, all recorded, all watched. You know, the security guards all watched everything they did out there. I'm just sort of a spinster of a person, you know. I've had my relationships historical, geographical, and financial, and now I'm single. I've been single the whole time I've lived here. I did hang out with some other people earlier in person. I don't do that anymore. His dog got kind of too friendly, kind of nippy. Sad, really. And the staff that was there, not good. And I'm frightened that they misinformed them and something happened to that dog that should never have happened. such as taken away and or euthanized and or assaulted, because I never hurt an animal, no matter what. I asked for more help about the ongoing situation with those other people next door. I don't know if that happened. I heard some sirens in the neighborhood. Maybe that's what shook me up. I was trying to rest since I took my medication. I'm just going to leave this on just in case there's more trouble from those other people. In case they start yelling and screaming and or police forgot to do a background check on those other people next door. Forgot to look at all evidence and all proof that they're the ones guilty. All historical, all geographical, all financial, all educations, all employments, all hobbies, etc. All to add on and out from and by next door. And I'll keep saying it again and again until the police take them away. I know who they are, and I've shown and told them we're the victims, and we should not, could not, cannot, may not, must not, and need not leave. And all their supporters and helpers can go away too. There's homeless shelters. They've got space available for all of them. They could all go reside there for all I care, and or good luck, maybe the elevator doors won't open and close properly, and the elevator when they go to get on it, they'll just fall to their deaths. All times they've been banging and yelling at walls, doors. Oh, it's awful. And every time they tried to shout and told we forgot, other people, two stalkers, abusers, tried to shout and told we forgot. And they should, can, could, may, must, and need about and to and about us all the more. Here, there, elsewhere, everywhere. Disgusting. Ginger ale, anti-nauseant, anti-inflammatory, etc. Ginger. In all times they've accused us, we've always had alibis. And eventually the truth should, can, could, may, must, and need come out. Be it on Fridays wear pink, and all other times. Whether I wear white on Mondays, reds on Tuesdays, greens on Wednesdays, yellows on Thursdays, pinks on Fridays, black and navy dark blue on Saturdays, and red on Sundays. It doesn't matter whether or not I do that. I mean, all those other people next door should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not have a key to open up my front door. Should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not, get one, got one. They should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not ever opened and open my front door. Here, elsewhere, everywhere. Keys. It's happened before. Those other people, all named Gupta, neurologically impaired and or mentally ill or mentally challenged and or retarded, all their illnesses, mentally, symptoms, behaviors, delusional, grandiose delusional, and delusions of power, and erotomanic delusional, and persecutory delusional, with being obsessed with and or without compulsive themselves, all about, all to, and all about one and more other persons. And everybody, all those other people, stalkers, abusers, showed and told, tried, showed and told, actual, and that my parents and myself and all animals, all pets, all fur babies, myself should, can, could, may, must, need, separated, all about, all to, and all about me. Instead, it's the other way around. It's all those accusers and all those other people that did instead. All witnessed. And they don't like security cameras on because they tried controlled security cameras and all those security guards and all those other people so that they would hide everything and anything they've ever done, did, all bad, all purposefully, all wrong, all not lawful, all not legal, all not sane, all not competent, and all not employable at their front doors, etc. Everywhere. Media, etc. Censorship, all that stuff. I didn't do that. I have alibis, such as my mom trans help rides and other rides, and besides, I used to do walk fit outside, the recreation center in this neighborhood, gym, uh, centers, malls, Mississauga Senior Citizen Center on Cothra, and Square One Shopping Center, Square One Older Adult Center, Rockwood Mall, Central Parkway Mall, Active Adult Center of Mississauga, all those securities cameras on recorded, all witnessed. And that's just a few of the places. There's a lot more. It doesn't matter if my hair was professionally washed, blow dried. It doesn't matter if it was colored, it dyed, that is. It doesn't matter, was I wearing a ponytail? It doesn't matter if I was a bit fatter, a bit skinnier, or whatever. It doesn't matter. The chat area is open if you want to leave a chat. Keep it coming in. We can chat about anything, even the weather. Got my tea. No, thank you. I mean, here is a home. It's not I don't, I mean, I used to be very polite to other residents and their visitors and staff. I mean, you meet anybody at the elevators and on the elevators, you know? I'm waiting for an elevator. And then those other people next door. And I was like, no. I don't even speak to them. I mean, I wait for an elevator. I don't talk to them. I don't even talk to them when I'm on an elevator. I don't want to know them. I really don't. I didn't move here to know them. I didn't know want to have any of my neighbors in my home in here. I didn't want to know. The only people that I've ever had here are usually just staff. Unless technological, of course. Social media, friends, acquaintances, alleged relatives on phones. My mom and I used to phone each other often before other people harassed and bullied her into trying to believe it was all bad. We were all bad. My parents, my dad's side of my family, his parents and his parents' parents and his parents' parents' parents and his parents, all those parents, all animals and all pets, all fur babies and myself. And it's not true. It's not true. We're not bad. We're never bad. Those other people, my dad's side, my family I mentioned, weren't bad. My dad, parents, and those parents, and those parents, and those parents, and all animals, and all pets, all fur babies, and myself. All names, all named Bellis. All witnessed. Today, too. Forever and always. Oh, I got some kind of thing on my head. I wonder what that is. Looks like a pimple. I'm a bit old to be getting pimples like that. Beauty burp, excuse me. I'm gonna do a poll. Hey, sexy. Hello. James. Alan. I bought some travel cups kind of thing. Reusable. Starbucks. And the only thing I have a problem with them is that the temperature control, there's not a handle on. And I found them very hot to handle. And I had to make early because I needed it so that it would cool off, so that I could but in the end it was all good. Maybe next time I'll get some Starbucks coffee in it. I love old ladies. They give the best head. They can, not that old. I'm just going with the recovery, recuperation kind of recuperating phase. I'll get better. I'm hopeful to look less fluffy, less fluff by the end of summer. I prefer this kind. I don't like diet beverages. I really truly don't. Although when I came out with the words like zero examples, Pepsi Zero and 7 Up Zero, I took a liking to those. Although when I'm out, very rarely will does a order taker ask me, do I want diet? When I ask for zero, I usually refuse and I'll have a coffee or something as a substitute. I don't like diet stuff. You're very welcome, beautiful. Oh, thank you. These are good. I tell you, on Friday I had one of the best ever I've ever had. Friday were pink days. Oh, it was beautiful. Lots and lots of pink. It was even pink food. Oh, I liked it. Unfortunately, my cat didn't live long enough to experience it secondhand. I would have made photos, videos, showed and told him. My pussycat. I suppose in spirit, since died, dead, he could see all the more. He could see all the more. And He didn't want to go to heaven. He wasn't ready. It was his time. And I sometimes believe he came back. His soul came for a visit. He didn't want to go away. That's one of the reasons I've kind of lost stamina about physiotherapy and being active in addition to everything else. I just can't be bothered. I do a little bit of physiotherapy exercises, weights, my new physiotherapy, if and when and where. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Maybe same exercise, maybe different exercise. Maybe I have to go somewhere and get physiotherapy. I don't know. Excuse me. At least I've got my cactus, Charles. That's better and greater, but not any. Oh, I hope I get my youthful appearance back. I should actually go and moisturize since I'm up. Maybe take another another dose, and I can do that. Use my hands better and greater. Chronic pain, not chronic pain, not chronic pain, only acute pain. Oh, I hope so. Forever and ever and ever. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Don't cry. You're okay. Oh, thank you. I've watched others died. I knew of them died. But 6 or 7 years of watching a cat, brave, big, strong man cat, then all of a sudden, he slowly and surely kept deteriorating and getting sicker. And most all cats really like and love and calm down with catnip. He was that way inclined. He used to get very anxious and nippy, and he couldn't be held, and he would do it like a kitten, only he was too big to be kitten. And he didn't know. And I went to the doctor sometime, and then they said, the children told they had to report it to somebody or other. And I don't know if it was disease control or animal control or something or other. And confirm something. And I'm like, he's my cat. But, they did all that about my cat. Yet when somebody's dog got too friendly, two dogs, more than, and I don't touch the dogs anymore because I don't want to accuse them of it or be accused any. And two, I don't want to be accused of did any. And it was just, and I was allergic. And nobody did much of anything about them. But when it was my cat and it was me, they made up all sorts of excuses. When he used to get unhappy or very anxious, aggressive, agitated, I used to wrap him up in a blanket and just cuddle him, for a little while till he calmed down. And then he'd get kind of playful once in a while. But I tried to train him to always stay calm and do his thing and then just, you know, lay out and just smooth, you know. The day he died, he was laying with me, and he got up. I was like, "What's wrong? What's got you so?" And then he went somewhere, and then he peed all over me. And it wasn't just normal pee; it had blood in it. So I was like, "Oh well, all is good. Don't worry about it." I went and got a shower, and I put my clothes aside that I was wearing, my pajamas. They never washed. It probably had a smell all its own. It was an awful smell. And he kept perking up once in a while. And then I phoned, and we had to take him. It was a week before I knew it was coming, and I found a vet big, strong enough, brave enough to do it. And I took him in. They put him in an oxygen chamber because he was having difficulty breathing. They discovered fluid. He had heart congested heart failure and some other stuff, some kind of IBS, and there was bleeding there too, and blood in his urine, and they told me they could do a biopsy more, which it was already a given that he had cancer. Um, but if they opened him up, he'd probably only live a day more. He would die in about 24 hours, and were they to open him up to drain the fluids more than just a diuretic, he once or more, my cat would have only lived another week or two, and he'd be suffering more than he already was. He'd be suffering. And it would be a lot of coming and going back and forth, and with his heart condition, it was just anxiety and everything. And I don't talk about it lots with my neighbors and ex-neighbors, really. I'm just like this public thing. I just use the public and, vlogging. I don't use much of anything else. Just some people closer know about it all, and some staff. And some staff were like, "Oh, your cat is beautiful. Oh, can I take a photo? I just really like your cat." And then there was other people, "Can I take a photo of your cat?" And then there was like uninvited guests, and I didn't authorize that they could. Un, uninvited visitors, uninvited staff, nor any notice of entry. And I was like, they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not, took photos, videos, live in real time of anyone and anything. And I find in this city, it's hard to find a decent condo or anywhere to really live. A house was so much, you know, so lots better and greater. It's hard to find it with my mom's health and disabilities, a bungalow, and having privacy and safety anywhere and everywhere residential. It's awfully difficult. That's pretty much all the live stream is about, really. I made my what I eat during a day as the wannabe fat person video already. Videos. I'll get better at it, I promise. I'm eating because I took medicine. Oh. Oh, that's a coffee mug. Look ya, baby girl. I'm going with the yes more than the no right now. Pull. After all, I am the real foodie beauty person. My cat was the foodie beauty. Foodie king. Living a well. He loved his food. I saw this in a store. And I thought it was hilarious. Because I used to, Barbie by Mattel. When I get done up, I can kind of look lots like Barbie. And I like Barbie dolls. My cat, not Ken dolls. It was not queer. It was not homosexual. Totally hetero. Totally straight. And so I bought him Barbie dolls. And I would get my hair done. And he really, really liked Barbie. I don't know that I'll ever eat this. I don't know that I will ever eat this. So I suppose I can try. There's the nutrition facts. I keep it near some photos of him. Because and ever since I did this, everything seems a bit calmer. I'm sorry I can't read everything, see everything, because I don't have my reading glasses with me right now. Excuse me. There you go. Now remove the shirt. Nice and slow. No. Wrong channel. I don't do that. You're lucky you see me in my pajamas. I do. I like the sweet chili rice crackers. Have you ever ate rice crackers? I like the sweet chili rice crackers. Although I prefer the original and with sesame seed and salt and pepper, but those are good. I find when I'm taking medicine, they're not always agreeing with me. Prescribed medicine. Prescription. Pharma. Did lots today. Well, not lots, but I used my hands. lots, and my neck a bit sore, my head sore, and on my back it's like still this one from June 5 this year. Can't seem to get the swelling down. Right around my tailbone, it's like this handful of extra stuff that I cannot get rid of. But then I've had trouble with my tailbone before. And I don't have anyone to cook, bake, and do anything for me. So I'm like, I have to make my own teas, my coffee. So I'm almost, at least I know I'm getting steps. And then I find when when I stop moving, oh, I need those pain relievers. And especially since they took the cast splint off and they gave me that too small a thing on my wrist. I mean, what kind of person? Who do they think I was? Am and B, I'm not a small woman. I'm not a petite. I mean, I'm not fat, obese, and morbidly obese. Although I'm not small, I'm not short and tiny and puny. I have adult hands, feet, etc. I complained while I was there. Nobody, same thing as usual. The staff wouldn't do their jobs correctly. And heaven forbid my mom and I were to complain or patient relations. They still, when are they ever? I mean, I should, next time I go there, x-rays should I remember when I did something to my hand in 2021 accident. Well, I was doing walk fit outside, and my pinky was like that, and it just all of a sudden swelled up. Now, nobody would cast it, but some of the staff decided they lied that they couldn't find a break or fracture. I Googled it. I saw what it looked like. I saw what was my x-ray, and I saw the fracture break. And they put a tensor bandage on it, but then I had to go back because it kept swelling. And then the swelling went down. Sometimes my pinky's still kind of up. And since the last stuff that happened to me on June 5, sore too, but this one is the worst. I have difficulty closing it, opening it, opening it, I should say. And then when I was at a show and I went to applause, I won't do it now, but I went to it. It was very painful. And they said this and that and everything else, and they wouldn't put on another cast splint. And it's painful here, and sometimes it's like a prickly, and I know it's a break fracture, but they wouldn't admit to it. And I mean, I should have had something maybe past or up to my elbow, and maybe even had a strap. I mean, it should have been healing. And I find anytime I lean on it, it's better now a bit. It's still, as soon as I lean on it, I wake up with shooting pain. I mean, were it to ever remain the same and or get worse, I hope um, the the staff I went to, the hospital, alleged professionals, uh, I went to on June 10 this year. I hope they get reprimanded by their superior beings, their employers, and are fired. I remember in the old days, nobody in the hospitals could behave the way they did. Not any. They had to be professional 24/7 and not make any errors. And did they make any errors? Staff came and went. It was very not often that, those kind of unprofessionalisms, misdiagnoses, and misconducts, and, you know, pre, uh, premeditated, whatever. I mean, it should have been all. And I mean, are they going to recast this? I mean, I've had trouble with this hand of mine for more than 18, 19 years. They've never fully healed it, and everything is one thing on top of the other. And sometimes I just hang it. I don't even use it. I just hang it when I'm sitting. It's not even got the same strength it had 2024 before November 12th, 2024. Before May 1, 2024. Before May 2024. Hey, been so long. How's your arm? 1, 2, 3, 4, make a wish. Oh, I wish I could have another fur baby. Oh, I was going to make a phone call the other day. I don't think I did it. Oh, I'll have to do that tomorrow. Oh, wow, I'm late. It's too late to do it now. Oh, I'll have to do it tomorrow. Shit. Oh. Laugh sometimes when other people, where I worked, where I was a member, they should verbally, etc., showed and told Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Aboriginal, Indigenous originally. They went on and on and on about the history, geography, financial, all that. And then, and and since, Heritage Mississauga didn't show half of that. They talked about it being on what was Aboriginal Indigenous land. Never happened. It was a mall. It's a mall on Mississauga, Ontario, Canada land. I'm almost absolutely sure the mall did not exist during Aboriginal Indigenous. Alleged Mississauga, alleged Ontario, alleged Canada. Then what do I know? Maybe that'll change someday. And maybe they'll start publishing more on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. They did a while until some staff, other people showed up their complaints, members, uh, stalker Bill Beckett, stalker Joan Kent. It was really weird. They're on and off. They're often on and off Facebook and YouTube. I mean, it was such a lively thing, the internet, a while, and it just stopped. I mean, they used to post all about their upcoming events and stuff, and even show some photos of those events during that. That I didn't see anything. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I was just there a little while, and I didn't see anything about the gala and shows, etc. It wasn't there. I mean, my mother should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not complain. She was there often enough, and she knew that there was a chance of being published there. She doesn't seem to mind it. She kept going there. She just kept going there. So she knew about it, and any and every complaint about and from and about and by my mom, she's been ignored anyways. Every time my mom went there, and all other complainants, they should have just been ignored. And instead of suspending one and more Bellis, they should have suspended all those other complainants and or expelled them completely. I mean, I remember for a while there, it was such a lovely place to be for more than 2 years. 2 years. It was really a nice little nook for older adults. 50 years old and older. And I've just noticed it's not the same. It's not the same kind of fun loving places that it was earlier. Although, Friday wear pink. Oh, yeah. I have to, not anything negative to show and tell about all that. Those centers. Were I to ever return there on a Friday, I'll be wearing pink. I'll be wearing pink whether I'm there or not there. There and not there. Whether I'm there more and or not there more, I am wearing something. Maybe more than one item. Maybe more than one color pink. I'll be wearing pink. It's lots about self-love. Self-love. I mean, if someone was to show and tell me to go fuck myself, I'm not offended. That's self-love. Is there any rule where you live that says no fur babies, or you're just waiting? As far as I know, fur babies are allowed. I've seen other pet parents with their fur babies, mostly dogs. I've seen some other animals too, although most all pets, all fur babies, dogs. I like dogs. I'd have another dog. I'd have a dog. That's one of the things I liked about my cat. My cat looked like a foxy kind of thing. It was beautiful. Beautiful creature. And I came out a bit more because he liked Halloween, and I had to give him medicine and stuff, and it was this and it's that. And, you know, it's sometimes a cat would rather run and hide on the other side of a room and hide than take medicine. And did he get more medicine in him, he maybe would have been better. Well, he maybe would have lived longer, more comfortably, and less symptoms and behaviors. Although, and I would dress more Halloween witch. I wanted to show and tell myself as the head witch, not head witch, hedge witch, the modern, a green witch, a hedge witch. I'm like, I don't want to. I did my cat really. He was like more of the, So I would put on some kind of thing, not the black hat, but a floral thing, and I'd come out. He sort of settled a little bit. He didn't put up his paw and smack me away very often. He was like, oh, disappointed what it was, and tried to swallow it, the syringe and etc. As far as I know, fur babies allowed. I mean, they can't have a rule and regulation, really. I mean, how can they? If they start doing that in apartments, what's next? Townhouses and houses. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's discrimination. It's some people need a pet therapist. My cat was my pet therapy. I could really do with some pet therapy right now. My cat, in spirit, I suppose. Although he's not alive. My cat's not alive and living anywhere, really. I mean, I know there's could be some rules where they don't allow um, certain tropical pets for babies. Although I would keep, well, I wouldn't even abide by that really. If it's a cat or something, a dog, fur baby, or an aquarium. I wouldn't have an aquarium personally. I'd maybe have a fish bowl or something. But I've done all that when I was younger, and I like and love all animals really. And today I was like feeling kind of sentimental about having another fur baby, and I just went, something caught my eye. I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a donation. Maybe I could save a life, maybe more than two, animals, dogs, cats, etc. Pretty much donated to what I wanted to donate it to, financial, my money. The same price as what I paid for my cat, Rudy Noel, December 2020, 18. Sort of. It was a bit more, although every penny was worth it. And where I saw the video of animal cruelty, that's one of the reasons why I can't sleep right now. Um, Someone to give me that dog for free, one of those dogs for free, I'd take it. I'd have no problems. Oh, gladly. I mean, there'd be a lot of happy moments till, I wouldn't be the best and I wouldn't be the worst dog parent, although I love no matter what. It's unconditional. Even just watching all that was ongoing on video, I felt like I was all their auntie, their aunt, Auntie. I wanted to be their fairy godmother and save all of them. Before the end of this year, I hope I can walk into a pet store. I know I want a cat or a dog. And of course, I will make another donation somewhere else later before the end of this year. I don't want to disclose where, just in case I might have some kind or other. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to try. Oh, I hope I can bring maybe two. I just hope it was more of a stable environment, residential, because I have stalkers so close, so near. I wish they would all go away, all those other people. This manicure is pathetic. I'm getting another hang now. See that? I can't wait. I'm gonna yank it out myself. most of it. Now it's all inflamed. Oh well. I guess it won't catch on anything. Wonder what time it is. I'm not making noises, disturbances. Oh, wow. It's now Sunday. Oh, and what else I wish for? Thank you for asking. Does anyone have any photos of me when I was younger? Were they there with me photographed or just photos of me younger? I'd love to get copies of those. If anybody could give me copies. You know, sometimes I know I'm not paranoid, aggressive, and agitated, but I swear I often hear a man's voice and women's voices yelling at me. Speaking of rules and regulations, where I lived before, there were sections 2A, 2B, and it showed um, that not any other residents were to interfere with the enjoyment of my and my family and the comforts, home, and elsewhere in that building, and the same should be in all the other buildings, this place too. Yet, oh, hello, Avril. Hi, it's me, Marcus. Are you okay? Yeah, the medication I'm taking is starting to make me feel better. I'm gonna have to take my muscle relaxant soon. That'll probably help. It's probably how one of the ways I've lost a lot of my cuteness, muscle relaxants. I found that before when I was taking chronic muscle relaxant, and then my doctor changed it to acute. And actually, all the acute medication instead of all that chronic stuff is actually making me feel lots better. I just need something to keep my hand from moving more. I'm just waiting. Do I buy myself? I mean, the hospital shouldn't even have charged me for that splint. They should replace it free of charge. $40 or whatever wasted. I didn't even know they could still do that. You know, remove the cast splint and then ask, well, not ask, bill the patient for an on and off splint. Yet they continued it. Medication, please forgive, I'm slurring. It's a speech impairment that's only temporary. Oh, I stopped using Skinny Food Co. products because, well, the packaging was never good enough for me to kept, and my mom kept getting. And I was like, oh, let's find an alternative because I'm fed up. Because we were looking forward to crisps, chocolates, and I was looking forward to my condiments, and and then it got doubled up condiments, and and I'm like, I don't want to. And this time when I, was buying, I was thinking, and then you got the shipping and handling. They promised me free shipping and handling. They promised my mom free shipping and handling. We never got free shipping and handling. We got shipping and handling. Most of the stuff went in the garbage, unedible, un, you know, and some of the condiments too. The lids were off. It was leaking. They leaked. I even blogged that. I did. I blogged it. So this is when I know I've had some stuff before, and I sort of remember having something like this when I was younger, and I got this. Like, Mom, I think so. So I might see some of it on a shelf at a store, maybe. It's allegedly, I think it's USA. I'm not sure. You can get it in Canada. That's the nutrition facts. It doesn't show, although that is vegan friendly. It shows sugar free. And I get less migraines when I have the liquid kind instead of the dry powder stuff. Oh, I used to get migraines when I had stevia and Splenda. Yuck. I sometimes have if I'm desperate, I'll have like the sweet and low, but I only do a light dusting on top. I barely even use the size of my pinky, but maybe half of that. Well, not even half, just like not even a millimeter. I put it on top. And I'm okay as long as I don't use the whole thing. Although I prefer this. This is good. And I like the vanilla, and I believe they have something like French vanilla. I like the vanilla. I can't have chocolate because my cat died, and I promised my cat. I finished some chocolate earlier since recuperating earlier. This time around, I'm absolutely not having any. Instead, it's vanilla. And I like this. It's not the small kind that are easy to put in coffees. It's a bit big to be a travel size, like, to any day, just figure, oh, I'm in a mall, I fancy a coffee. Do you have a sugar-free syrup available? No. And have to take this out instead of the little one. I run that. I like that blend. Blend. I like this blend. That blend. Tyranny. Reminds me of the word Toronto. Tyranny. Say that when drunk. Tyranny. And I don't use those because I'm diabetic. I'm not diabetic. Just fat, well, not fat, obesity and morbid obesity allegedly runs in my family. My mom often showed and told grandiose stories about my dad's side of family, my dad other relatives, my mom side of my family and other relatives. I mean herself. I mean she's not no skinny thing. She likes to show and tell that she is. I know she's not. And anyway, and everybody shows and. I mean, you can showed and told that you weigh less, yet she's still kind of plump. She's a bit, and she has a bit of a belly. And I find that since I quit smoking, it's here and there. But anyways, this year I've fluffed out some. The muscle tone is next to none, which is fine. But hopefully everything will calm down. Other residents, internet trolling, and or mentally ill will just fuck off and leave us alone, and we'll be able to you know, enjoy the remainder of our time here as residents, home, and elsewhere in the building and complex, you know? And I can walk around with my coffee, sugar-free syrups. I don't know why people think I'm diabetic when they see that. Some people have said, oh, and I'm like, no, they've said stuff about me being diabetic. I'm like, no, I just like it. It helps even, and it also helps with my iron ferritin levels being going down. I like that one. Is there any more? There was something called skinny. I don't like the word skinny. And there was something called Skinny Jordan. Can't have that. But the skinny, I can't have that. I like Skinny Food Cook because of the word food. And I fell in love with the condiment, coffee condiments. Where I see them in the store in Canada, I have to struggle between this and Skinny Food Cook. I still get some of these, most definitely. Sugar-free syrups, although food. I'm going to have pasta this coming week. I started cooking today, which was Saturday. Today, Sunday, yesterday, Saturday. I was like, I just feel like something. Mom? Oh, I just heard you. I just heard you. I just wanted to confirm it was you. No, I'm coming out. Yes. I have to use my bathroom facilities. When some hospital staff have showed and told themselves internet trolled my parents and my parents' parents, etc., on my social media, those doctors and nurses should, can, could, may, must, and need, when they don't use technology to diagnose and treatments accordingly to symptoms and behaviors, help patient and their families, they should, can, could, may, must, and need fired. Those are vegan. I'm vegan. Avril, you're not fat. Well, we're all residents of Earth. Yes, we are. Earth. EARTH. Good for you, Avril. Keep taking good care of yourself. Thank you. I like my mug. Wake up and be awesome. Such as, I'm going to wear pink on Fridays. Fridays wear pink. And Thursdays I wear yellow. And any other time I might have some yellow with me. I like my yellow robe. I know it's officially summer. Although I find I cannot take. Good night, Mom. I cannot take the heat and the air conditioning is on, and I know I could lower it. I was outside, and the heat. I mean, it was a doctor past year showed and told me, you need to avoid heat. Don't exert yourself. Don't walk in the heat. Don't exercise in the heat. You'll faint, and it might cause you more chest pain. I was like, so I like my robe. And my cat didn't mutilate it very. He didn't even dirty it very. There's hardly any catches on it whatsoever from his claws. I really like my. This is like my. Yeah. Oh, is it really vegan? This is vegan? For 2 tablespoons. I try not to have 2 tablespoons. I like to have just 1 teaspoonful of. Apparently, 2 tablespoons is a serving. 30 milliliters. Nutrition Max. I didn't know this was vegan. I don't know, do they do food? I have my money I'd like to buy. Food. I have some skinny food spaghetti I have to use. My mom won't eat it very. I'm sensing this Tuesday is going to be more like spaghetti. Homemade. Well, not homemade. Although, I'll be making it at home. Wake up and be awesome. Awesome, Avril. Avril, aren't you feeling tired at all? It's 1 a.m. where I am. Going to unwind for sleep soon. Yeah, I know I have to. I have to take my other stuff about my back, or I might not. My back and neck. I need a new pillow. That's probably what I'm going to buy next week. Myself a new pillow. This one, I don't really like it. I need a thicker pillow. This one's too flat. I need a thicker pillow. May cause drowsiness or dizziness. And or slurring. I have a good I have a great pillow for side sleepers. One side always stays cool. Yeah, I saw a pillow that I liked. I was thinking of getting where it was I could lie on my side and just cuddle it. But then I might wake up looking for my pussycat that died. So I decided not to. Hello, you're funny, Avril. Thank you. Maybe try a body pillow. That's what I was actually looking for. You know, I'm not pregnant. Did you ever see one of those maternity pillows? I was looking into getting one of those when my cat was alive because I thought it would be kind of fun. Sorry about your fur baby. I have 3 of them. Ah, yeah, he was my first and he won't be my last, I'm sure of it. I'm just trying to figure out what to do for the rest of the year. I was thinking of going somewhere for vacations. I wanted to do that. I just don't know. And yesterday, I haven't done it much in the way of storm watching in a while, and it was thunder and lightning in my neighborhood, and I was like, ah, yeah. And I opened up my drape, and I just stood there looking out, and there was a big flash of light, and I was like, whoa. And then the thunder, you know? It was amazing. You know how lightning can seem closer than it really is? Treat yourself. Where would you go on a vacation? Where not only a casino, but anywhere else. That's something I like about Niagara Falls. Have you ever been to the alleged new casino, Falls View? My mom likes to go there. I don't mind as long as I can eat. And I don't have to be in the casino the whole time because there's shopping, there's even just window shopping, and then you got the walk down by the falls, and or you can stay up. I just like it. Before all this, I just liked it. And they used to have the ride thing that would go down to the falls, and you could go. I remember I used to be able to get a ticket. I wouldn't have to pay one way. I could get a return. Oh, it was great. And then just walking, and in a hot day, really, really hot day, the mist from the falls. Oh, yeah. Yes, I love nature, but nature disasters frighten me, like tornadoes. I live in New York City. I've not been to any casinos in Canada. Oh, yeah. I don't even have to spend lots of money. I just go in there with like whatever the incentive was, and maybe another 35 or $40, and that's it. You speak so beautifully of nature, Avril. I can see you writing a book about nature. Nature. Oh, I laugh at that. Do you ever go on YouTube and look up witches? I did that. It's they. All of a sudden, for how long they've been going on and on about herb, herbs, and how to use them instead of pharma. And I looked into it. I won't write a book nowadays, but I did my research, and I'm like, so much copyright scares me. But I do. I like to watch thunder and lightning from far away, of course. I mean, I've actually been outside, away from home, not too far, and I could see the storm coming. Have you ever seen that? A storm coming, the clouds and everything, and then just being there when it's dry. Okay, let me listen. Dry. All this side is dry, right? And then all of a sudden it comes and bang, it's right on you. Ah, it was. Ever been hit by hail? I've been hit by hail. One of my favorite storms. Have you ever been outside in the snow? A snowstorm, a blizzard, heavy snowfall, and there be lightning and thunder at the exact same time you're walking along and you crackle and bang and you look around and you see the loud and all amongst the snow, not rain, snow, you can see the flash. Oh yes, I am a witch. Oh, are you a witch? I'm a witch. I'm more of a witch than you're ever a witch. Oh yes, it's beautiful, and the smell of peg. Oh, hi goose. We're talking about the beauty of nature. Yes, I've seen baseball-sized hail. I work outside. I've seen a lot of weather. Yes, truly lovely, majestic nature. Yeah. When I was younger, there was lots of it. I used to be where there was a ravine, and not just the ravine. It was like when you go down by a creek and you see all that woodland stuff. I used to have a bit of that. Mostly all trees. It was like you go out the back door and then you go straight, and then it would be a down. We had a fence, and there was trees, lots of trees for many years. Trees, and on the other end of it, not many trees. It was mostly just ground and green space. It was just like you could do lots of nowadays. It would be called nature walking, nature hiking, beyond the fence, that is, and I suppose walk fit. And up north too. Uh, Lots of trees. I like trees. Trees actually scare me sometimes. I have nightmares about trees. I don't like to have lots of wood. Were I to invest in new furniture, it'd be nothing animal product, and it would be not anything wood. I don't even use pencils anymore. But nature, oh, I love it. Seeing just that water, a river, a creek, lake, you know, ducks. Just, sometimes I used to show up and out of nowhere, I'd get about 20 ducks come to visit me. Chipmunks, squirrels, uh, birds, cardinals, robins, chickadees, sparrows, all those, and nigers. The yellow ones, the yellow and black ones. I like to dress like that, just fantasize about being as beautiful as the niger. As long as there's birds and bugs, I'm happy. Yes, as long as the bugs stay outside. Unless, of course, a caterpillar that's going to morph into a butterfly and or a moth. Then I try to, when I was younger, I used to try and catch one and just, you know, be a, I don't know what to call it. What? Aunt, the mother of a beautiful. It's like magic in itself. You get the caterpillar and all of a sudden it decides to do stuff in a cocoon. Wait, wait, and then it starts to spread the wings and come out, and it's just sort of hanging on to stuff, and then eventually it just flutters away, flies away. Shit. Sometimes they come back for a visit. I miss that, you know. And then there's so many of them. Once they get integrated with other same species or different species, it's you know beautiful. And biotin trees. I live in Vancouver. I live on Vancouver Island. There are few trees here too. Almonds. No hint of lie. I'm eating dark chocolate covered almonds right now. Oh, delicious. Goose level, sorry. Ambient and gummy kicked it. Stop at 3.75 ounces. Marcus safety first. The T mark. I'm afraid I've already consumed light times 3. Uh, Call in a cuddle puddle, Marcus. You will need support, Marcus, after overconsumption. Yeah, you can either get constipated and or diarrhea. Although almonds are good for you, of course, so is chocolate. Dark chocolate is better for you than the other chocolates. When I ate chocolate, I like white chocolate most, just probably because it's different. It'll be diarrhea for me. I call constipation. I've had diarrhea. That's kind of embarrassing, especially out in public. Sometimes I like to get a Ziploc bag and put a spare pair of panties in just in case. What's your favorite pastry? Not that I can eat lots of them nowadays, but the ones with spinach and cheese. And then there's always the ones I don't have very often because croissant. I like anything. I love the chocolate. Well, I like chocolate croissants with good croissant. You remember the Pillsbury dough stuff that you used to be able to buy in one of those tins, and you bang it open, and you could put and make your own croissants. All the butter I could put in when I used to eat butter. Now I eat plant based and or vegan. It's just as good as when I'm home. That is when I'm out. I am not obsessed. I'm not fixated. I mean, if I'm a guest somewhere, do they not have a sugar-free syrup or anything? And I don't have, just like butter, I'm not going to carry around with me some vegan condiment, margarine, butter, and are plant-based. I just have whatever they're gonna offer me. Yeah, the crescent rolls. Yes, yes, they're good. What kind of beak shape would you like to have? Oh, I already have that, don't I? I want a toucan beak. Woodpeckers. Where I lived before, I've had the big woodpeckers, and I used to have a little woodpecker. It'd come, you know. And problem with townhouses and apartments, there's so many rules and regulations about that you can't feed nature. You're not allowed to put out bird feeders or food on your balcony, which I can understand. I have had pigeons, and I try to quietly. I don't hurt them physically and or mentally or emotionally. Although you're gonna land on my balcony, the railing, make sure your tushy is facing the other way. It goes down. It doesn't come on my balcony. That's exactly the kind of beak I want to. Twizzies. I wish Bluebird were here. Oh, we're having a nice little chat. I think a pigeon mouth would be a neat bird mouth too. You have quite the fan club, Avril. Yeah. I'm doing 2 new channels. You should come and visit me over there and subscribe to and leave some likes. And definitely keep a lookout for the real foodie beauty person, Avril Bellis. And come on over and subscribe and like there too. How are you feeling about your new popularity? I have subscribed to all of your channels. Aren't they sort of some of it rubbish? I always get interrupted. And this time I'm trying to do something that's going to be long term. Longevity is going to last for years. I say change to the real foodie beauty. Yeah, me too. I told and showed my cat before he died that I was going to give him the lineage of being the family foodie beauty, the foodie king. I wouldn't take it away from him whatsoever, not ever. I'd only be the person. He was the real one, the fur baby one. He loved his food. Even the day he died, even though he's grumpy and growling, I got him one of those squeeze up things. He loved those squeeze. It's not the best and it's not the worst, but it was a good enough treat. And he ate more than half of it before I took him to the veterinarian. It was, and I should have really taken one with me there, but it was such a fast thing. I just loved his food. I wouldn't be surprised if he's been in spirit. His soul has been around looking for food. Cactus is doing pretty good, so I sometimes wonder if it was just, I was dreaming, I was sleeping. Cactus is thriving and festering. I'm waiting to see if I get some buds. I was going to get some plushies made of my cat, those plushie cookies, cushion things, plushies. I actually logged on. I was supposed to get samples by mail. I never got those samples. And then I was supposed to, do stuff and get some for sale. I never got any. I've been waiting and waiting, you know, and I'm not good. Do I get any? I will do it. The samples, I will do it. And do I not? I'm not obviously going to do it. Charles, 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 you're a magical lady, Avril. I changed my cat's name to Charlie because of your cactus. Aw, thank you. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. See, all of us fans think you're awesome. Oh, that's good. I think all my fans are awesome too. That's why I always show up with the word awesome. Yeah, being a witch is magical. I do it sometimes. I do magic just waiting for food to be served to me, and I'm waiting for the order taker to take my money, a coin. I'll do something like put it on the the edge and just balance it while I'm waiting. It just it's up there. I don't even know if they notice that I've been doing it. You know, most everybody just doesn't. They don't acknowledge it. It just is there. Even with paper money, I could do that, and I could do other things too. And it's just magic. Something off my dad's side of my family, rather than my mom's side of my family. We could remember the old trick of putting something, and they have a coin and stuff. Beauty sip. Yeah, me too. I use pendulums when I'm out to eat. You what? How do you do that? Wow. When my cat was alive, and I was like wondering what my next day was going to be like, or the same day, I would read some tarot cards or oracle cards, fairies ones, and he was like fair chuffed. He's like, oh yeah, cat. It was like a familiar. He loved Halloween, and I pulled it up, and it was. And then I used to watch an astrologer her videos, and it sort of coincided with everything. And then I began reading my own horoscope, and that coincided with everything to the point where I just don't really do much of anything anymore because it's all negativity. I don't want negativity. I want positivity, like body positivity. And I use sometimes I use a crystal. Sometimes I used to like to carry around charms. Sometimes I'll carry. I know it sounds weird, but a nut with me, and I'll put it in my pocket with Ender without feeding it to a squirrel or a chipmunk, and I just like to keep it somewhere, some nuts with me. I don't necessarily eat them. I don't wear lots of jewelry because some other people might misinterpret it. I've had haters before. Oh, isn't this pretty? I haven't worn it in a while. This is one. I like this. I was going to adopt a white cat when I was younger. I never did that. That kind of scares me. Although, I kind of faced my fears, and I like this. It's like a little locket. Put photos in there. I was going to put a photo of my cat and I in here. One that hasn't been published too often on social media. And then I was figuring if I could, I'd put it on this side, although I don't know. And then leave that one in case I get another, you know, cat or no. Or if you're into witchcraft, that also means something that is empty. Do your research, find out. You're awesome. I just ate 1/3 of a blueberry. Blueberry small, must have been a big blueberry. In my culture, we roast chestnuts and keep them in our pockets just in case. I like roasted chestnuts, especially when they're already peeled. and the hot ones. Wait, you have haters? Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Great idea, Marcus. Vintage classic. Love it. How do you keep from burning yourself with the roasted nuts in your pockets? As above, as below. Blessed be. Why to ever have access? I like the suet, the suet bells. I don't have a tree outside, so I can't do it. I mean, I have trees outside, but they're not my trees. Not exactly. See if I can get some of the little Nigers to be more friendly. Let's go into sock into pocket. That's it. That's it. It's genius, Marcus. Thank you, Goosey. I just put mine in a Ziploc bag usually. Nowadays, though, but to be more friendly, Nigers. I see them sometimes flying around. They're beautiful. They don't come very close. Not the Nigers. I'm not familiar with them. Can you tell us about them? They're little birds. You can Google and find out about them. They're really cute. I like to wear yellow and black and look like a Niger. At least that's what I think it is. They kind of look like a canary. I don't think I heard that correctly. Nigers. Nigers are little ones. They, you can look and they could just. And hummingbirds. Oh, have you ever seen a hummingbird? They're just such sweet, and they you look and they could be whizzing around gone already. Oh, the birds. Oh, yeah, the birds. Oh, that's a movie that scares me. The birds. Birds. Ever see that horror movie, The Birds? How many birds aren't real? Yes, they are. They love nature nectar and man-made nectar. Yes, Alfred Hitchcock. Yes, the birds. Can you imagine walking around and all of a sudden about as many birds more than just one or more, and they attack? That scares me. That used to happen in some places. If a witch was banished from a land, they would get attacked by a bird. What kind of bird was that? Not necessarily a crow, but something like that. A raven or something. And I think the place starts with an M or a W. Wisconsin or Massachusetts, Michigan, or Mississauga. Hasn't happened to me yet. I've been on a beach where tons of seagulls went crazy. Laugh out loud. I know kung fu whispers don't have a chance. I've been on a beach-like place too, and you know how you can eat and drink, and all of a sudden a bunch of seagulls were flying over me. Run! I just wanted to run. Save my food. And me. And where I lived before, there were some pigeons or whatever were landing on balcony railings, and I heard sounds. And I looked over, and the bird was just, and instead of just maybe getting a broom and just sort of nudging the bird to move along, or talking, or just, spraying some water on the bird so it would leave, I hit the bird with a fist. I was like, you gotta be joking. Now that's the dumbest thing I ever saw that day, I suppose. I was angry. I should have logged it. Did anyone concern themselves about privacy? You know, the technology where you could sort of smudge or blur out the face. Yeah, those damn seagulls will steal all of your French fries. Yes, I will protect your French fries. Oh, I will protect your fries, Marcus. I have a triple black medal in Kung Fu. Thank you, Goose Chuck. You're an angel. Yeah, Avril, laugh out loud. You have the best stories. At least I'm not as negative as the Chantel. I've tried to watch her live streams as of lately. Have you? And it's always, she's not very happy about anything. What time is it in Ontario? I don't know. But she's not very happy about anything. She's always, even her replies to her fans, she's not always very happy. And I don't always say hello. I even just sort of show up and prep them, you know. And it's just like she's not very happy about anything. She's always complaining about somebody or other or something. You're so much fun. Arrow. Chantel is boring. Chantel's a meanie pants face. I don't care that she's mean. I just think she's just, I don't know, depressed or grieving or she's just not happy about something. She's rude and complains about everything. You deserve the crown. You are Foodie Beauty. Agreed, Marcus. Yeah, but she should be something or other. I mean, I've seen her videos and stuff from years. She was always sort of, she wasn't shy. She was a lot better looking when she was younger. I mean, if you wanted to have a peekaboo, just look at, I mean, she was big and vivacious. Nowadays, she's just all covered up and it's a bit of a drip. She yells at me and makes me feel sad. I'm shy. She could be a. She can just be Chantel. I don't know. Did she do anything else besides what she was doing? I've only watched her, not everything, because I don't. I mean, I've gifted her. I mean, I've given her. I like sitting and watching her have a coffee or something like, yeah, we should have a coffee together. I mean, I like her. It's just when it's a live stream, I'm like, going away. I do that a lot on social media. I watch, uh, go away. I sometimes, when my cat was alive, I used to watch her oftener because my cat had a crush on Julia, and he loved nudity. He loved watching little chihuahuas having naked baths. She's very mean to Goose Chuck. You've only been so nice to all of us. You're our favorite. You are the real foodie beauty. Yeah, and if you show and tell anything on social media that's negative about me, I don't care. As long as it's truthful. You're not lying. Anybody not lying. And only show and tell photos of videos and live streams that I put out there, not somebody else's photos and videos, real time live streams of myself and more others. Home, residential. I don't mind. That's why I tell my mom, tone it down a little bit because other people do it more than me, and you could be out in a mall, at a center, anywhere, and somebody could be recording, and it's actually more legal, more lawful than it used to be, and they can show and tell everything you say and did and do in public. I don't do that with my mom. I show my mom as a foodie beauty and as a caffeine queen herself. And my cat, the foodie beauty. Your videos are the most fun, and you take the time to talk to us. Oh, well, Arva, Has that happened to you? She picks on me because I'm shy. She said she knocked out a bodyguard. Her raw power makes me nervous. I like watching her eat. I like to see what fast food she's going to eat next. She has had so many conditions and health problems and surgeries and everything. I just like to see, and it's just my cat. I go out once a week trying to do the same sort of thing, although on a lesser scale because I don't want to copy and I'm not into copying. But when she eats some big like burger and fries or whatever, I'm like, oh, it's making me hungry. I want one. I might return to veggie burgers, although right now it's like McDonald's Happy Meals, cheeseburgers and or hamburgers, and Burger King Junior Whopper combos. Because I like my french fries. Yeah, you talk to us. She talks to her fans too, sometimes. I don't like watching people eat meat because I'm of my veganism. I have bouts of veganism. Some days I eat, although I don't believe there's such a thing as vegan. I think it's just another form of vegetarian. Vegan vegetarian, ovo vegetarian, lacto vegetarian, lacto ovo vegetarian, ovo lacto vegetarian, vegetarian. And then there's the vegetarian without ovo, and then there's the vegetarian without lacto. I don't eat fish. I had fish around my birthday. My mom said, try some of mine. I got ill. And I tried to eat, I tried to do some mukbangs. I was taking the piss. I, I don't know if it was the fish I ate or something. It wasn't the chicken I cooked because it was well done. I've ate chicken for years, so I know it's not the chicken. So I put it down to something fish or just. I know if you have COVID-19 SARS, it doesn't always show up as COVID-19 SARS. It could show up as something else. I had influenza type A and I got worse. And then I had the symptoms of COVID-19 SARS, which doesn't bother me. All the vomiting and crap that you don't usually get with influenza. Well, I got all that. I had everything for over a week and a half, and all of a sudden the weight dropped. I could do with that weight loss now, 14 pounds. And, but I was like, whoa. It was pretty much one and the same, actually, because the only thing that I didn't lose was my taste buds. And sense of smell. I could smell and taste anything and everything. I don't know. It's just like, and when I Googled it and did my research on it, it was pretty much one and the same. The only difference was pneumonia and stuff. It was just a cold that leads into influenza or vice versa. It's just a stupid thing. When I remember, when it was very public, surgical masks. I'm like, that's stupid. I'm anti-surgical mask. I'm not wearing one. I don't like it. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I don't want to wear one. I was somewhere, two places, fast food, etc. And rude to other people. It's none of their business. Paranoia, germophobia. You gotta wear a mask or get out kind of attitude. And told me to put one on, cover my face. I was like, no. Maybe I'll wear a scarf. And then they came up with new uh, cloth. Excuse me. After wearing the, that was so stupid. The plastic, stupid because it was all open at the bottom. So the material ones, cloth, and the second hand, the used materials, used clothes, used to me. I was like, oh, oh, I got hiccups. I was like, nah. I didn't die. I didn't get sick enough to be put on a respirator. I survived it all. I'm a survivor. I'm like, who cares? It's respiratory. It's respiratory. Respiratory has been around all before, all during, all later, and all since the 1900s. All before, all during, all later, and all since 1918. Ugh. And when I found out it was the World Health Organization that was behind most of all the misinformation, I was like, ay, 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 ay. And all the blaming they did trying to find the cause of it. They already know. They already knew the cause of it all. They just didn't want to show and tell that they made a lot of errors. And all those inoculations, vaccines, and the real numbers of deaths and recovering and recuperating. I mean, really? And then they wanted the privacy and safety of not being disclosed in public as ever had COVID 19 severe acute respiratory syndrome. I thought that was stupid. I mean, lots of people go around having influenza type A or type B or whatever influenza. If something comes public, it's just like chickenpox and measles and mumps and shingles. And allergies and hay fever. I could go on and on. And strep throat. Have you ever been to, I don't know if any of you know where there's stages, etc., and there's microphones. I used to believe that it was a no-no. That once one person used the microphone, it had to be thoroughly cleaned before the next person used it. What do I know? Maybe the microplastics in the fish. I don't know. It was clams and oysters, was it? Oyster. I don't know. It was shellfish. I'm going to jump into the tub. I hope you guys are still here when I get back. Enjoy the tub time. I wore a Halloween mask during COVID-19 SARS. So that would have been a good idea. I should have done something like that. Yes, I'm hoping I don't get diarrhea when I'm in the tub. That blueberry is really going through me. Batman, Jack, Skeleton, Gandalf, Bob Dole, etc., etc. Oh Lord, you need to supplement your fiber with carb and protein. Do you believe in the moon landing? Ah, supernatural, paranormal, yes and no. Have you ever seen those little twisters on driveways or on roads, drives, avenues, whatever? And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's not necessarily a twister, although it can be. It's just a thing. I forget what it's called. I remember one time I was on a road trip, and the driver we just drove right through it. It was snowing. I don't believe the moon is real. It's a hologram. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe Earth isn't real and it's just a hologram. And we're all just dreaming it. Maybe we're all in these little tube things with and or without oxygen being kept alive, just dreaming it all up, living on the moon. Wow, yes, I remember those. This is all a simulation, maybe. Yes, I think so too. Yes. It's just like the world is, Earth is supposed to be round. Yeah, it's all just flat. Sorta. I just want magic to be real. Magic can be real. I believe in magic. Do you believe in magic? I believe in magic. Although sometimes I get a headache. But I like doing it, balancing stuff, just finding that, some other people wouldn't ever be able to. But I can just, a nickel, I can balance a nickel on the side. I could do, other coins, penny, etc. It's fun. Just stand there, get a $5 bill because where I live there's nothing smaller than that nowadays. And just, I can balance it on the side. It's fun. It just gives me something to do while I'm waiting. When other residents and or alleged condominium staff and or a security guard and or securities guards and or another resident crank called the police and they try to come in here and turn off my social media and shut me up, whether I'm doing a live stream and or real time and or a video and or a community post, it's none of their business. I'm not doing anybody any harm. It's them. They came to us, not us but to them. I do protection spells for my loved ones. I will do a protection incantation for you and Mom. Keep you safe away from the neighbors. Thank you. The audacity of them. You're not harming anyone. I know, eh? I'm talking country. I don't know why I talk like I'm a Canadian up north, eh? The word eh is coming out us since I've been taking pain relievers and muscle relaxants. Yeah, it's like those other people, they don't want any money or anything and think they think and believe they should spread that. I don't do that. I had some money and I did what I wanted to do with it. I'm very chuffed. Your accent is charming. Thank you. Beauty and the Beast by Walt Disney. Do you believe the Belle was a witch? The Beast was a bit of a witch himself, I suppose, a warlock. Oh, I've never thought of it that way. Yes, maybe she was a witch. That would make her even more wonderful. Yes, magic was all around her when she was with the Beast. Are you, any of you Star Trek fans? Do you remember Star Trek and the Borg? Magnificent, Male, Male, Maleficent is my favorite. What's your face song? By what singer? I went to some shows. The most recent one was something about kindness. I like that song. And before, oh, there was many. Do you remember Adele? She sang once and I just cried. Uh, oh, what was it? Uh, Making love out of nothing at all or something. You know them, Air Supply? I cried. I'll probably cry myself to sleep, just mentioned it. I just cried with that song. Yes, I quite like Star Trek Next Generation. The Borg. The Borg. The Borg. Reminds me of the Rubik Cube thing. Only not, because there's nothing really in there, is there? The Borg. I guess you have a new subscriber. It, it is me. Oh, hello. Yes. Welcome. We're talking about magic. I have to take my. Weird. Odd. When I go to my doctor and the pharmacist, I'm going to show them this. Ugh. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean about Star Trek. Beauty pill. The Borg. The Borg. Beauty bite. Got enough of these to last me another day. I took them there to share. We had so much other foods there, pink, etc. Right, I wear pink. I am eating sweet chili rice crackers. The Borg has the collective mind. Yes. Oh. Remember a year ago I did the same kind of thing? I wasn't well enough to participate this year. Avril, you were very insightful. Did you go to university? Cool. Uh, you know, do I, did I recognize any of my neighbors on my social media? I would try to, well, I reported them, of course, and then I tried resetting my privacy settings. And then I tried to report it them more, law enforcement, because they should not, cannot, could not, must not be on there. It's just like all those other people I showed on my community posts posted. They should not ever be on my stuff, especially phones and internet. All historical, all geographical, and all financial. Happened as I do. I know who they are. I can't say much more other than when I was younger, of, I knew, and I didn't like, and I tried to get them to go away back then too. So I don't know why. I remember one day I heard something. I looked at my peephole. They were coming in with like suitcases going next door, and I was like, "What the hell?" And they've never stopped bothering us since. Every day it's a worry. Are they going to be yelling at us? The walls, them yelling through the walls. Are they going to be banging doors more? Are they going to be trying to come in more? I mean, as soon as they began trying to get in more, security's cameras on recording, the security's guards watching that should have phone called police. With and or without keys, security. I didn't give them a key. I don't. I didn't give them a key. I didn't give any other residents a key. And were I to ever have another fur baby, such as a cat or dog, I'm going to have to find a new veterinarian. Everything so public. Been so public. And all who, what, where, and why, and how try change that. Other fur babies earlier, before. Who had a problem with your fur babies? Oh, some other people, other residents with visitors, with and without visitors. They're visitors. I don't know if any security guards had a problem with it. They should not. No, not any condominium staff should have had a problem with it. I didn't do anything bad. We didn't do anything bad, wrong, not legal, not lawful, not sane, not competent, not employable with fur babies. It's not like I stooped and scooped and put cat litter down to even if then we got somebody in to fix the toilets. You know those snake things. Fur babies are pure joy and love, aren't they? Oh, I like it. That's one of the things I want to do. Have a visit with nature and see if I can get a visit with a chipmunk, some chipmunks, some squirrels, stuff. The Reverend, not as sexy and vivacious and violent as the Reverend bears, although I've been scratched by a squirrel and chipmunk before, just a little nick, flesh wounds. Doesn't bother me. Reminds me of the Reverend. And I'm gonna get myself a towel just in case, because my legs nowadays. And I don't mind if a chipmunk comes up on me again. I'll gladly have a visit. Some of them are very friendly with me. I even got to pet one like a cat, give them a nice little back rub. They go up the same kind of way. Woo! That's so wonderful. Critters make the world go round. Yep. Yes. And without them, where would we be? Where would we be? Seriously. Without that, the ecosystem, etc., nature. It's like the circle of life, the cycle of life. What was alive maybe a million years ago just went anymore. Living. Where? Don't want any hunters get to them. That's already too many. I like to fill up bowls with frozen peas and water to give to the ducks. They love it. Some ducks do. My ducks like bread. That's their favorite treat. If they're going to have a treat, they like bread. It's not their meal. It's not their whole day. It's just a treat. Just like cats you give a cat treat or a dog a bone, a treat. Ducks, they like getting bread. I'd be there, and then maybe you know, not many, and then all of a sudden there'd be 20 or 30 ducks showed up, and birds, sparrows. Oh, they like all of them, just off like. And then, the city is like, oh, you shouldn't feed nature. You'll interfere with the quality of life, etc. Nature, birds, all that stuff. And I'm like, it's bullshit. What are they gonna do now? Go door to door and tell everyone stop putting up bird feeders and suet feeders in their backyards? I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's not like you would do that up at a cottage. Okay, I can understand cottage country. You don't want to attract lots of animals. But in city life, they're far and few in between. And when it's a bird, I remember when I was younger, birds. Birds got first, squirrels got second. Well, squirrels got most, but the sparrows and all the cheeky ones, I used to have to come out and say, it's time to share. And then you get the crows and stuff on the roof trying to take off the shingles. Get the pots and pans out and bang, bang, bang. Until they flew away. I actually want to do that one New Year's Eve in the future. Get a pot and pan and bang, 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 bang on the street. Bang, 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 bang. I get chased by a goose, a Canada goose. It was mean. Oh yeah, we get a lot. I've seen lots of those in Canada. I'm gonna have to go soon. I'm getting tired. The medication is kicking in. Medication. Prescribed, prescription, enter prescription, prescribed. Do I stay up much longer? I'm gonna have to get coffee to stay awake. I don't want to do that. I must go to bed as well. Let's have happy dreams, yes. And come visit me on The Real Fitty Beauty. Like there too. And subscribe there too. You can watch my new stuff. Good night. Sweet dreams. Have a nice day. Be kind to all, everyone, everywhere. Thank you. Good night. Goodbye.